We're talking today about the installation of grab bars. After all, grab bars are the new seat belts. Fall prevention is a huge part of safety and comfort and accessibility in aging in place. So we recommend to everyone have some grab bars installed in your home and make your home a safer place to live. Now, we're talking right now about blocking inside the walls. I have behind me a framed wall. If at any time you're doing new construction or you're doing a full remodel of an existing space so that the wall is open to the studs, then you really want to install blocking for grab bars. This is true even if the clients that you're working with don't want any part of grab bars or not interested in grab bars at this point in time. If we put the blocking in the wall now, it makes it easier and more effective to install the grab bars later. So let's talk about different types of blocking and when you use each type and what the advantages of each one are. First type we're going to talk about is just basic 2x10 wall blocking nailed between the studs at the face of the stud. Okay, so the first block we're putting in make sure that the front of the blocking is flush with the front of the stud. So that's basic wall blocking. I'm going to put another row underneath it just to further show how it's done. So that's your basic 2x10 wall blocking installed between the studs. You want to install this anywhere you think you're going to put grab bars, particularly at 3 feet off the ground, because that's where normally you would install horizontal grab bar blocking. But you can put that anywhere you need in the wall, particularly in a bathroom, in a shower area. You may want to install a seat, so you may want to put it at different places in the wall. Only takes a few minutes to put that in, and it is well worth the time later after the wall is covered up. One final thought, before you cover the wall up, take a picture of the wall with the blocking in place so that later on when you want to put in grab bars or other devices, you know exactly where the blocking is and you don't have to wonder. We have an additional method. It's called let-in blocking. And what we do, because with this blocking there's the potential that a screw would hit between the stud and the block. To avoid that, we do let-in blocking. With let-in blocking, we cut a notch in the stud itself, and then we install the blocking all the way through the area where we're doing blocking. One solid 2x10 block. Gives us a more stable block to install things into. We've got our 2x10 block. We have already cut the notch in the stud. We're going to install it right across that area. Again, one solid block, and this could be 8-10 feet long, however long your room is. Just cut notches in the studs throughout the entire area that you want the blocking to go. Once again, you want to make sure that your wood block is flush with the front of your stud. Sometimes we install grab bars that require additional support inside the wall. The main example of this is what we call a fold-down bar. This mounts to the wall, folds up out of the way when it's not being used. And because it sticks out from the wall, it puts a lot of leverage out here on the wall itself. So if I'm installing this type of grab bar, I install continuous studs from floor to ceiling, at least 3 of them. So we put put the additional stud next to the existing one. And then one more. So we now have full 4.5 inches of solid wood from the floor to the ceiling to provide additional blocking for the extra leverage of a fold-down grab bar. Before we cover the wall up, we want to take a picture with a tape measure in place showing the location of the blocking so that later on, after the wall is up, we know exactly where the blocking is located and we can install our grab bar in the location of the blocking. One final subject we're going to cover before we leave wall blocking is covering the entire wall with plywood. This does a couple of things. Number one, it ties your studs and your blocking together all in one seamless piece, so it makes the blocking more stable and stronger. It also allows you to install other items such as towel bars and shower curtain rods and toilet paper holders and all those kinds of things in the wall. So it gives you an additional level of blocking. This is the ultimate in wall blocking. Cover the entire wall with plywood. When we install plywood, we use construction adhesive and screws. So we'll just run a bead of construction adhesive put it on the blocking as well. Once we have the construction adhesive in place, we put the plywood in place and secure it with screws. Once we have all of our screws in, we've created an extremely stable platform. Then over this goes the drywall or plaster or whatever we use for the final finished wall. Then we can install our grab bars, we can install other products in this wall. Very solid, very stable, excellent final wall blocking to be used on your projects. Again, I'm Chris Moore, founder and president of Solid Rock Enterprises, talking about wall blocking for grab bars, which are the new seat belts. Thank you. Right now we're going to demonstrate the installation of a fold-down grab bar. This one happens to be a warm to the touch BioCoat grab bar as manufactured by Pontegiulio. And we are installing it on the wall that is open so that we can show that we've got the 3 studs that we're installing into to support the extra leverage that a grab bar of this type requires. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use this wall bracket to mark our holes. So we've got 4 flags that hold this to the wall. So that's the location of our holes. We're going to go ahead and drill our pilot holes. Once we get the pilot holes drilled, the next step is to get the grab bar in place. It's very helpful to have a second set of hands at this stage. And you get it located where you want it. And snug them all up. Snap the cover in place, and you're done. Fold down grab bar, folds out of the way when not needed, folds down to provide you ample support when it is.